Hi everyone, welcome back to DevCast. I know it's almost been a year since I created my first video on YouTube. Since then, I have gotten very busy, but now I am back and will try to stay more active in publishing new videos with interesting topics and kind of like do screencasts on building small projects. So in today's video, we are going to build a simple Pastebin service using Python and Flask. So think of it as an actual Pastebin service, but with less features, but focusing on the main stuff, such as like allowing you to create a paste and kind of like share around the web. So pretty much the service will allow you to like paste text, select the programming language, and get a kind of like get a unique URL to share the paste. So yeah, let's dive right in. First things first, I have this folder here, and we're gonna start Python virtual environment. So in order to do that, just type python-n and so this creates a virtual environment, and let's activate a virtual environment. So it looks like our Python virtual environment is activated. So now we are just going to install the libraries that are going to be required by this project. So we're going to be installing Flask, Short UUID, and Pigments for code highlighting, and Short UUIDs to like generate a unique file name to each paste. And I'll show you how it works in the code. So we have all the libraries installed, and I'm going to clear out the terminal output. Now we are just going to create all the files, and I'll explain you what files we're going to create. So I basically this command. So what this command does is it creates the folder paste, which are going to hold all our paste, and then creates the folder templates, which are going to hold our index.html template, and static would hold our style.css, and index.py would hold our code. But let's just embed the CSS code within the HTML, since we're just going to use very basic CSS. And let's see what our structure looks like. So we got index.py file, pastes, and templates, and the visual environment folder with all the libraries that contains regarding our project. So I'm going to open up my editor here. And so now I have my editor here. And so now let's begin coding. So first things first, we are going to import all the libraries. So we'll import Flask libraries. When the template for rendering template abort to kind of like display 404 pages. And we're gonna import short UUID and library, then we'll import the OS to kind of like read the file from the folder. And from Pigments, we are going to import highlight, and we are going to import all the lectures and HTML formatter from Pigments formatter as well. Get lecture by name, and from Pigments dot formatters import HTML formatter. So now we're going to instantiate our app, Flask app, and next thing we're going to do is we are going to specify our paste directory. We're going to store our paste. We're not using database, we're just going to be storing those locally. But if you were to run this app in production, I would highly recommend to use a database to store those pastes. So we got our pastes here. So what this code does is it specifies the paste directory, which is what we created here. If it doesn't exist on the path, it just asks to create one. So now we're gonna write our first. So now we have imported all the necessary modules and the libraries and set up our directory. Now let's get started by writing the code. So first thing first, I have this function here, which I wrote already. So what this function actually does is it gets all the available programming languages that are supported by Pigment for syntax highlighting and returns them as a tuple, sorted tuple that we're going to use in our HTML template. And I'll show you what I mean. Next thing, we have the app.route. So what this actually does is it does two things, get and post. So this is our main route for the application. So this would get the form content, the paste content, and the language, which is going to be more like a drop down, and then it generates a UUID, and it creates the file in the paste directory and saves the file with the content, and then generates a URL and then renders a template. As you can see here, we're passing all the languages here and render the form with all the available languages here. So next thing, so this route handles both get and post as I mentioned, and now lastly we're gonna create the route to kind of like this help you show the paste content. So I have the code. So what this code does is, so we create a route and it renders the paste from the paste folder. As you can see, I wrote a function here, so it gets the paste. If it's not there, it returns the 404 error. So it would get the paste, read the content, and get the appropriate lexer for syntax highlighting, kind of like format that into HTML output, and the highlighted, and also get the CSS for the highlighted content, and then it renders the template here. So this was our basic app, and lastly we'll just add a function to run the application, which is our if function. So if name equals to main, then you run app.run, and then we're just gonna run a debug mode to kind of like see if there are any errors and stuff. So this is the main application. Now we are going to create an HTML template. So this is my HTML file. I have the template available to me already, and I'm just gonna copy paste that template and so this is our HTML template, and this is coming from our code. It has all the CSS, and as you can see, it has like a simple container, div container, your regular stuff. So if there is no paste content, then you render this method, the form. But if there is a paste content, if paste is generated, then you render this saying your paste is available at this paste URL. So that's pretty much it. I hope. Thanks for watching this small screencast. And I also wrote a blog post about this, kind of explaining everything in detail, and I hope that helps too. So thanks for watching. And also, if you like this video, if you enjoy watching this content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and once I get 100 subscribers on my channel, I'm definitely gonna do an introduction about me, kind of like telling you guys about like what I do professionally and like what kind of projects I work on, what do I do for work and things like that. And lastly, I hope you enjoyed watching this video and kind of got to learn something new. Thanks for watching.